Final Fantasy IX, perfect game. Excalibur 2, perfect game specifically, hence E2PG over there on the side, is basically a goal to get everything in the game. It's to get a perfect file. I'm going to show you an example of my existing perfect file, and you'll be able to see what exactly that means. So what I'm going to do with this video now is show what you get in a perfect game, explain a little bit about what the steps are to get there, and talk a little bit about what I'll be doing, I guess, for the next few months. So I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right in. Why Final Fantasy IX? I love Final Fantasy IX. I think this is probably my favorite best Final Fantasy game. Final Fantasy VII has a very special place in my heart, but Final Fantasy IX I think is almost perfect as a game. So let's go ahead and take a look at what I've got. So perhaps first and most noteworthy in Final Fantasy IX Perfect Game is the items list. So you'll notice here my item list is completely full. These empty spaces at the bottom don't mean anything. I have 99 of every item that it's possible to get 99 of. Every piece of equipment I have in the game, I have the number of people who could equip it plus one. Now, the way a perfect game is defined is that you need the maximum non-arbitrary number you can have. So for some items, there's missable items, basically like Ultima Weapon here. I can only get one of them. Or where's Silver Gloves is another good example. Silver Gloves here, I can only get a limited number during the game. Like I'm on disc 4 now, I cannot go back anywhere in the game and get another set of Silver Gloves. So during the course of the playthrough, you get the amount of Silver Gloves that is the number of characters that can equip them plus one. So if I had everybody equipped with Silver Gloves, I would still have one in my inventory. Now the reason this is something that I have to do, I'm calling it a Speedruns Live thing, and it's an SRL valid thing, is that what this turns into is a highly segmented speedrun. For everybody who doesn't know, there's an item in the game called Excalibur 2. This item you can only get if you reach a point at the end of the game in less than 12 hours of game time. If you are past 12 hours, you can't get it. There are tons of treasures and missable items throughout the game, and you have to get every single one of them on the way to getting Excalibur 2, which basically means you have to do every single segment from the start of the game. Like, you hit save point, you save, and then you have to get to the next save point perfectly. This means you oftentimes reset to avoid random battles, to get the RNG to work in your favor. You have to do bosses optimally and all that sort of stuff. So this guy right here is the big gun. Everything else as far as my items go, they're all full. They're in those perfect amounts that I already specified. Many of these I got after the perfect game. Like, I don't have to get all this stuff by 12 hours. You just have to get all the missable stuff by 12 hours. This is a perfect file, so it's complete as far as perfection, as far as it could be if you achieved Excalibur 2. You go in and do all the rest of this stuff afterwards. Emerald, Ruby, Diamond, Moonstone, for example, you can only get this number of. There's no way to get more in the course of the game. I will not repeat explanations every try. I'm not even going to try this right now. This is going to take forever. This is a one-time video just to address some of the questions here in chat. This is just kind of the definitions video, and I'll start the actual run tomorrow. So I imagine each night I'll try to get through one segment, maybe, like maybe two. So we look over here. I also have to get every key item in the game. They're all here except for one very notable one that I will talk about later. But all of these are missable. Almost all of these are missable as well. There's a one-time thing until the second time. That's right, Nocturne. That's right. So obviously I've done this before, so I'm using the perfect file I've already built to show off what I'll be going for in the next run. You have to get every ability for each character, so they're all full. Eventually, you get every ability. That's not part of the speedrun, though. That's all done after the fact, maxing stats. You have to be able to max stats, so this is the next big thing. My stats here are perfect stats. You'll notice that they're not maxed because it's not actually possible in the game to get maximum stats in every category. But what you can do is get perfect stats, which basically means that your stats are optimally determined. There's a guide to this on GameFAQs that describes exactly what the definition of perfect stats is. But in order to get perfect stats after the speedrun portion of this challenge, you need to basically play a level 1 game all the way through the game. Because the way Final Fantasy X or 12 works, 9, why am I saying 10 and not 12? The way Final Fantasy IX works is that when you level up, if you equip your character with an item that gives them a stat point boost, they get a stat point boost there. But if you have, say you have something equipped that gives you a strength boost, you're not going to be able to get a speed boost, or you're not going to get a magic boost. So you've lost your chance to boost that stat forever. So in order for us to get max stats, we have to stay at the lowest level possible until we can start leveling up with optimal equipment equipped. And most of that equipment we can't get until after the speedrun portion of the challenge. So you have to play the entire game, not only getting every item along the way, but you have to do the whole thing at level 1. So low level game plus perfect completion game plus speedrun. That's basically the gist of this challenge and what makes it so difficult. Let me see if there's anything else significant. So what I'll be doing in the speedrun is doing just for the stream is I'll be doing just the speedrun portion of it. I'll be doing from the beginning of the game until getting Excalibur 2. I won't stream all the stuff that shows me leveling up all the stats, because that takes hours and hours and hours and is ridiculous. I won't show the stuff with me going around and getting enough gil to buy every single item I miss. But when I'm done with the speedrun portion, I will have gotten every treasure along the way, and I will have gotten all missable items, and that's important, and I'll do it all at level 1. You also eventually get all the cards in the game. And the thing about this is you'll notice my collector's rank is over 1500. This is not optimal. You can actually get all the stats on every card up to level A, but I didn't want to spend the hundreds or the dozens of hours necessary to do that, so in this file I didn't. So it's not a truly perfect file, but I'm satisfied with it for my own, as far as I'd like to take it. But my arrow layout is unique on every single one of these cards. Like, you're not going to be able to find a duplicate arrow layout on any of these Tetramaster cards. The only item I'm missing in my playthrough right now is a certain key item. There's a reason I'm saved right here, is the jump rope key item. There's an item called King of Jump Rope or something like that. And you get it by doing this jump rope mini game here 1,000 times in a row, which is a lot. So when we finish this challenge and I get Excalibur 2 on the stream, I may come back to this file, which is complete in every other way as far as I'm concerned, and I will probably try to get the jump rope item on screen to truly complete this file. The two other things that I think you have to do in the Perfect Game Challenge are you have to deliver every Moogle letter in the game. There's this thing in this game called Mognet, where Moogles can send letters to each other. Like, you can see Kupo here has retrieved a bunch of letters. At the end of the game, you need to be able to verify that you have actually delivered all these Moogle letters. So you have to do that on the way too. Cancel. This guy here, Stiltskin, is a traveling Moogle that has stuff that you can buy from him throughout the game, and if you miss one of his offers, you're not going to be able to get an item from him at the end of the game. Specifically, not equip item. You're not going to be able to get the extra, where is it? Ribbon. So I would only have 3 ribbons if I hadn't bought Stiltskin's stuff. What else is there? Let's go out to my airship. I love this game. The music is so good in this game. I do have low standards. That's right. I didn't truly perfect it. What a real completion perfect thing would do is they would actually see my experience there is 7.5 million basically. A truly complete game would actually max the experience to 999,999 or 9,999,999 on every single character. Would max out my gil. Right now I'm at 170k and I would need to have 999 for it to truly be a perfect file, but in this case the potential is there. I could do that stuff if I wanted to grind for it. I just don't want to. Dagger's real name is Garnet. So we start with Garnet and then she becomes Dagger. Let's see here. Princess Garnet, she starts as. Let's see. So, another noteworthy thing. Let's go ahead and get on this guy. You have to do a lot of the Chocobo minigame during the game. I'll explain during each segment the tricks that I'm doing to speed it up and make it optimal and maintain my low levels. So there's all those different components to it. Right here, here's our guy, Choco. I love my Chocobos. I'm so happy to be streaming a game with Chocobos. Yeah, I don't know what it is in Japanese. I'm only familiar with English. But let's take this guy somewhere fun. Where's a forest? It's a gold chocobo, so he can fly, as gold chocobos are able to do, or black chocobos in certain games. I'm with you, Lagaibo. Don't change the sprites, just get better visuals. What I want is Final Fantasy VII with a true orchestrated soundtrack. Like, the music in that game is absolutely beautiful, and if they were able to use a truly orchestral soundtrack, like, the sound quality would improve significantly, and that would be perfect. So once I get King of Jump Rope, I'll be satisfied with this perfect file, but it still bothers me that I didn't get it. So if we take a look at Choco, so you have, another thing I've done here is I got his beak level maxed out. That's an important thing to do for the perfect game. So you have to do some of that over the course of things. Is there anything else? I think really that's about it as far as the perfect game itself goes. Again, I'm not going to be pursuing all these max level things on stream because I've done it once and I don't really want to invest the time in maxing stats and like getting all the Tetra Master cards again, because there's nothing speedrun related about that. Since I got involved in speedruns live, ever since I thought about that, I've known this is a speedrun. This is it's a segmented speedrun, meaning you have to do each part of it optimally, so it's not a one-sitting RTA thing. But I've thought that this would be a very entertaining stream to do. And I think I might have said it before, but there are already some very excellent videos on YouTube for this particular challenge. Cam Dad, Justin Credible, who's actually a Mega Man X2 speedrunner as well. Invincible Garland, One Who's Torn Apart. There's lots of really great speedruns out there that you can see, and I'll probably be using them myself as a walkthrough. But currently, right now, there's not really a guide that's commentated. Like, none of them have commentary, and I'm hoping to provide that just to do something a little different. Mine certainly won't be the best run. There are better runs out there, quicker runs. I'm not going for world record or anything, but I'm going just to show this on stream to people who might be interested and do that. So if I can turn your attention down to the right side of my stream, I've got some stuff going on here. What I'll be doing is I'll be having something that looks kind of like this, fancy little logo there. This segment resets thing is each segment you're going to have to do a lot of resets to get the RNG just right, or to get your execution just perfect. So every time I do a reset in a segment, I'll just bop it up a little bit. And so when I finally post a video to YouTube, it will be the successful segment that I got, and you'll see that I did like 400 attempts or something. Because the current YouTube videos, you just see the perfection. You don't see the work. What I'm hoping to do with the reset counter is show the work. I'll have the start time in game time. The goal time is what my target is for that particular segment, and I'll actually put the segment name right here as well. So all that will be kind of available. I don't know, are there any questions in chat about this before I go ahead and kill the stream for the night? I'm pretty excited about it. If there's any silver lining in DKC2 102 not being a part of SGDQ this summer, it's that I'll get the chance to do this instead of worrying about being ready to either run or commentate that game. So yeah, who am I kidding? I wasn't gonna run it, but it'll still be fun to do this instead. And of course, I'll continue to do other things as well. This won't be my only thing on stream because it could get a little overwhelming, and I'm sure I'll get frustrated at times. The last thing I want to say is that the run starts. Some of you might remember the sword fight game where you have to impress the nobles. This run begins, you must impress all 100 nobles. In order to get, you need enough gil to basically get everything in the game, and you need the 10,000 gil reward from impressing the 100 nobles in order to win. And not only that, but there you get a unique moonstone item from impressing those 100 nobles as well. So it's very possible that I would spend a couple weeks just working on that, like the 100 nobles. So yeah, it doesn't seem like anybody has any questions about it. So I guess without saying too much else, I'm gonna go ahead and kill the stream. Many thanks you guys for hanging in there, for enjoying the runs with me tonight, and I'm excited to kick off this new adventure. I will be starting tomorrow night is my current plan. I'll start with segment 1, and hopefully I'll be able to get through. Segment 1 is mostly just a bunch. You have to get some good stealing RNG with. You have to get a mage masher from the initial fight. So you have to steal that really quickly, and then it's just treasure hunting with Vivi. But then after that, we get right away. Second segment is the nobles fight, and that could take weeks. But I'll do it. We'll get there, and then we'll do this on stream. So, anyways, as always, God bless you guys. Thank you for stopping in, and let's get ready to go on this journey together. So, take care. See you next time.